65 and older have received COVID-19 vaccinations, while 77.8% have received flu or influenza vaccinations. The city offers free vaccinations for seniors and other high-risk groups to prepare for the winter spread of respiratory infections, including COVID-19 and the flu. Seniors can visit designated healthcare facilities with valid ID to receive their vaccinations. And now taking a quick look at the weather here. It's currently 10 degrees Celsius in Busan City under a dry weather advisory. And that will have to do it for this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BEFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is Midday Mate with Nick Greenwood. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Proverbs are a collection of short sayings that express general truths. The Hebrew word translated as proverb comes from a root meaning to be like, indicating that these sayings often use comparisons to illustrate fundamental truths about life. So today, we're going to talk about meaningful Korean proverbs. It's Thursday, December the 12th, 2024. This is Midday Mate. Let's go.
Stand
That was Step Into Christmas by Elton John. Now, in this upbeat Christmas song, Elton John invites us in to watch the snow fall forever and ever as we eat, drink, and be merry. It's structured like a pop song written when Elton was near his creative peak. The word Christmas gets mentioned 20 times, along with a gift basket of holiday cliches like sleigh bells, mistletoe, and words like that. Elton and his lyricist, Bernie Taupin, wrote it as a thank you card to their fans. In 1973 was a particularly good year for Elton, with 2 hit albums, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player, and Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. A great way, another festive way to start Midday Mate this Thursday. Welcome, one and all. You're live in the studio in Busan this Thursday afternoon. This is Midday Mate. You're listening to us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Jeongwan and Noksan areas. I'm your host, Nick, and it's a lovely day. And when I say lovely, I'm bearing in mind that it is still very, very cold, but I've gotten used to that now, and it's a lovely day. I hope you're all having a great day so far. Lots of love coming in on the YouTube live chat. Soinim, good to see you. Hello there. Benny-nim, well done for coming in second place. Saying Idung. Hi, Nick. Nat PD and all. Happy Thursday. One more day till TGIF. That's right. And that's why I, along with many other people, I know Kimberly, our guest, does. She loves Thursdays because of the anticipation for TGIF. We also got TJ Yonim saying 안녕하세요 친구들. Welcome to the show, TJ Yonim. Sangmin Parknim, good to see you. Jin Lee Nim saying la 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 la. Hi Nick and mates, happy Thursday all. And then saying 오늘은 바빠서 인사만 드려요. It's okay. We all have busy days. It's comforting just to know that you're listening. So yeah, have a good busy day, but don't stress yourself too much. Soinim also loving the song, saying Elton John 완전 젊네요. Yeah, this was one of his older songs, so he was definitely a young lad at this point. We have Youngmin Nim, Kim Youngmin saying 반갑습니다. Welcome to the show, Youngmin Nim. Good to see you. 만학도 영어님 as well saying 다들 안녕하세요. 병원 좀 다녀왔더니 집안일이 많이 밀렸네요. 오늘은 집안일 하면서 귀로만 들을게요. Well, I hope that your hospital visit was successful. You haven't got a cold. I hope you haven't caught the flu. I hope it's nothing serious. But thank you for listening while you do the housework. That's the perfect way to listen to radio. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone, right? 일석이조. Do the cleaning, do something, and listen to the radio. I hope you recover quickly, my friend, and thank you for messaging in. Drift Monkey Nim, good to see you as always. Hope you're having a great day in New Zealand, which is every day, I suppose. Ponim, good to see you. Lots of waving hands, emoticons. Retro Nim saying, Ning Nim, hi. Hi, Retro Nim. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. Also saying, Ning Nim, 저 선물 보냈는데 받으셨나요? 아직 못 받았습니다. You're not talking about those oranges from last week, are you? If it's a different one, 전 아직 못 받았습니다. When the show is finished, I'm going to bug my producer and say, where's my present from Retronym? Thank you, I'll be expecting it. Drift Monkey Nim saying Thursday is basically Friday. I round up Wednesday to Friday even. Now that's very positive of you. So when it gets to Hump Day Wednesday, yeah, it's basically Friday. Just 2 days left. Why not go a day further and say Tuesday? Nah, Tuesday doesn't feel like a Friday. I can guarantee that. Right. Ritronim saying, 저 쌀 보냈어요. You said rice? No way. That's so cool. That's such a random present. I'll be expecting that. Oh, our producer's looking outside. Nothing came, right? 아직 없어요? 아직 없어요. 아직은 없어요. But I'll be keeping a lookout for that one. All right, I'm going to let you know what's coming up in today's show. In hour number 1, we've got Listomania, where we introduce various kinds of list. And like we mentioned in the beginning, today we're talking about meaningful Korean proverbs. 네, 오늘은 한국 속담에 대해서 이야기해 보겠습니다. After that, we have Close Up, where we give you an intimate look at the works of an accomplished actor or director. Michael Garrett is in the house for that. And then hour number 2, today's quote will begin that part of the show where we introduce encouraging quotes from famous people, bite-sized banter after, daily fun conversations with a theme. Kimberly is here for that. Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And this week we're going over Love Actually. And then to round off the show, we have Timeless Earworms, introducing English songs that are just unforgettable. And of course, I'll be checking your messages throughout the show, so send whatever you want to send. TJ Yonim saying, 오늘 왠지 금요일 같네요. I totally feel that. I think maybe I've been influenced by what you guys have been saying, because Drift Monkey Nim and other people were saying, feels like Friday. I think 저는 귀가 약간 얇거든요. I'm a bit of a 팔랑귀, so I kind of get influenced if someone says something. So now it feels like a Friday to me as well. That's great. Except when I have to work tomorrow as well. But it's okay. I love working. All right, so I'm going to give you today's question of the day. If you were too shy to message something in, this is something that you can say. The question is, what is the most memorable proverb to you? What is the most memorable proverb? 가장 기억에 남는 속담은 무엇인가요? 네, 한국어든 영어든 상관없습니다. If you have a proverb that really resonates with you, that really, really makes you feel, wow, this really applies to my life, let me know a proverb that you like. Send your answers into pound 9050, 샵 9050, which will cost you 101. A Kakao Talk message, just search for BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean, or you can download the smartphone app, or even better, just go onto YouTube, type in BEFM, click on Midday Mate, we're live, and then you can see me in the studio and talk with all of the mates in the live chatting area. 소희님 also saying, 저도 팔랑귀라서 그런가 오늘이 진짜 금요일 같은 기분이에요. I know, right? I think we're all just, what do you say? What's 팔랑귀? I guess it's somebody who is malleable, somebody who kind of, does what other people say. They feel how other people feel. There's a word for it. I'll find it during the song break. We're going to take a song break now. This is Love's Made a Fool of You by Bobby Full of Four. That was Love's Made a Fool of You by Bobby Full of Four. Love can make you look like a fool sometimes because it blinds you. Sometimes love blinds you and you don't realize how stupid you look. But that's love, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a good thing, though. It's now time for Listomania, but before that, I did ask you a question. Today's question of the day is, what is the most memorable proverb for you? 가장 기억에 남는 속담은 무엇인가요? 가 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문입니다. Now, we got a few messages coming in. We had Retro 초보댄스 앤디 마이크 춤치 라이프님 on YouTube saying, 닝님이 말씀하신 속담이 기억에 납니다. If music be the food of love, play on. William Shakespeare 어제 배웠던 코트였네요. Yeah, if music be the food of love, play on. I like that. What is it? 음악이 사랑의 음식이라면 계속 연주하세요. That's a good one. I'm glad you remembered. Drift Monkeynim saying, life is a series of peaks and drops. You don't know when you're in a drop until you're coming up. You don't know when you're on a peak until you're coming down. So basically, you don't know how you're feeling until you experience the contrasting emotion. So if you're happy, you don't realize how happy you are until you start getting sad. And then you think, oh, I was so happy yesterday. I can feel that for sure. Benny Nim saying, here is my most memorable proverb. Honesty is the best policy. I like that. Better safe than sorry, and actions speak louder than words. Those are all essential. I feel like those are 속담 101. Things that you need to know, especially when you're growing up. They're good things to teach people. Good, I like those. We had a message from 강성헌님 on KakaoTalk. I like this one. saying 하늘은 스스로 돕는 자를 돕는다. 일단 열심히 해야 운도 따르고 좋은 결과를 기대할 수 있는 것 같아요 라고 하셨어요. I like that one as well. 하늘은 스스로 돕는 자를 돕는다. The heavens help those who help themselves, right? So basically, don't wait for great fortune to come to you. Work for it. You got to work for it. Don't be lazy. Don't sit on your couch and just beg for money. Go out and earn it. But that is a good quote. Any more that you have, feel free to send them to us. But right now, we're going to talk about some Korean proverbs that also, most of them, they have an English counterpart. So these could be considered maybe more international quotes. Or, you know, every culture kind of comes to the same conclusion, which is comforting to know. So this is the first Korean quote. 제 눈에 안경이다. 제 눈에 안경이다. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder could be a closer translation. The literal meaning is glasses in my eyes. It's also like the most common English proverb, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because you can use this common proverb when you have a different perspective than others. For instance, your friend is attracted to a person who wears formal attire, uniforms and things like that. But you are not. You like a more casual person. So furthermore, we appreciate and see a different perspective on life. Number 2, 보기 좋은 떡이 먹기도 좋다. So this one, I don't think there is an English translation, like a good 속담 proverb translation. But the closest thing would be what looks good tastes good. 보기 좋은 떡이 먹기도 좋다. The literal meaning is, you know, good-looking rice cake also tastes good. It's also nice to eat. So, for instance, there comes a time when you see something good and you also think that it has a good quality because someone put an effort to make it look good. You can use this Korean proverb when you see something delicious because it's prepared with creativity. All right, next we have, this one can be considered quite good. 눈에서 멀어지면 마음에서도... Oh, I've got something in my throat a little bit. Can you put the mic down just for a second? There we go. Just had to clear my throat. Sorry about that. 눈에서 멀어지면 마음에서도 멀어진다. Out of sight, out of mind. The meaning of this Korean proverb, out of sight, out of mind, is very common around the world. But its literal translation in Korean becomes, if it's distant from your eyes, it can also be distant from your heart. Therefore, you can use this proverb when you want to forget someone or something. Maybe you're trying to forget a past relationship. We have more 속담s, more proverbs right here, but before that, let's listen to a quick song. This is Thunder Island by Jay Ferguson.
Chasing love out on Thunder Island. She was the color of the Indian summer, and we shared the hours without number, until one day when the sky turned dark and the winds grew wild. Caught by the rain and blinded by the lightning, we rode the storm out there on Thunder Island. I held it close until the storm passed, and we fell down laughing in the wet grass. Both our bodies drying in the sunshine, sweet sunshine. So, sha-la-la-la-la-la, my lady, in the sun with your dress undone. Now every mile away and every day cuts a little bit deeper. I remember the nights in the cool sand, making love out on Thunder Island. Hey, 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 goodbye, Thunder Island.
That was Thunder Island by Jay Ferguson. Welcome back to Midday Mate. We're talking about proverbs right now, and the next proverb on the list for Listomania is 낱말은 새가 듣고 반말은 쥐가 듣는다. This is a very good proverb. I really like this one. I like the Korean because birds are heard during the day and mice listen during the night. Basically, be careful what you say because you never know who is listening. In English, we also have a good expression which means the same thing. The walls have ears. 벽도 귀가 있다라는 뜻이에요. The walls have ears, so no matter where you are, be careful what you say. So, 소희님 saying 눈에서 멀어지면 마음에서도 멀어진다. 맞는 말인데 한편으로는 좀 슬프기도 하네요. You know, sometimes it's different. I agree. Sometimes out of sight, out of mind is true. But sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder. Sometimes if you're far away, you grow more longing for them. So it depends on the person, I think. All right, next on the list we have, this is a good one, 김치국부터 마시지 말라. Don't count your chickens before they've hatched. Completely different phrase, but the same meaning. So, it means, obviously, you know, kimchi-guk is like a kimchi soup, right? It's saying don't drink the kimchi soup first. You should eat the full meal before drinking the soup. So it basically means don't do things too early. Don't jump the gun. Don't go too fast. Don't think you've succeeded when the race isn't over yet. And in the same meaning, we say, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Next on the list we have 백지장도 맞들면 낫다 라는 뜻이에요. Which means two heads are better than one 이라는 뜻입니다. Two heads are better than one. It literally means in Korean, if you lift it together, it's better. 백지장도 맞들면 낫다. You lift it together, it's better, even if it's just a sheet of paper, right? In English, we say two heads are better than one. 한 머리보다 두 머리가 좋죠, because you have double the thinking power. It's a great proverb in Korean because it expresses the idea that it's always best to work together on a task, no matter how easy it may seem. All right, next one. Oh, I like this one too. These are good expressions. These are good proverbs. 엎질러진 물이다. 엎질러진 물이다. The literal meaning is, I guess, spilled over water, right? The water is spilled, so you can't pick it up again. You can't just pick it up with your hands. In English, it's very similar, but we don't say water. We say milk. So it says, there's no use crying over spilled milk. Sometimes we shorten it too. 좀 줄여서 spilled milk이라고 하기도 해요. So you can say spilled milk, or you can say the full one, no use crying over spilled milk. 엎질러진 물이다. The water or the milk has already been spilled, so don't make a big deal about it. Move on. You can't do anything about it. Lots of good expressions here. I like that everyone is also kind of putting their own spin on things. 소희님 saying, 하지만 사공이 많으면 배가 산으로 가죠. Too many cooks spoil the broth. That is a good I really like that expression. I love the Korean one as well because I have this image of, you know, lots of people in a boat, like just boating up a mountain, which is a really funny image. The English one is a bit more boring. Too many cooks spoil the broth, which it seems pretty logical. It's, you know, it's pretty boring, but it's true. But I like the Korean one a lot better. All right. Also, we have Retronym saying 김치국은 그렇지만 김치찌개는 먼저 먹어야죠. 그렇죠. Totally agree. Totally agree. All right. That was today's Listomania. I like that. I love learning about proverbs. Korean proverbs, I think, are really interesting, very metaphorical, really fun to imagine, like licking watermelons. You know what I'm talking about. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be right back. This is Too Many Fish in the Sea by the Marvelettes.
Look here, girls. Take this advice and remember always in life. Into each heart, some tears must fall. Though you love and lose, you must stand tall. 'Cause we all got to cry sometimes. I said sigh sometimes. Pull yourself together. No use crying forever because there's too many fish in the sea. Too many fish in the sea. I said there's
That was Too Many Fish in the Sea by the Marvelettes. Welcome back, everyone, to Midday Mate. It's 12:36 in the afternoon, and we just came back from Listomania talking about 속담s, proverbs, very interesting stuff. I love learning about these, especially the Korean ones, like I said, and it seems a lot of people here love proverbs too. We have 소희님 saying 리스트메니아 듣고 지금 속담 한번 찾아봤는데 재밌는 게 많네요. 그렇죠. I have a book, like quite a thick book of just Korean proverbs. It's really good because it has all the pictures in it, and I just find it so fascinating. I used to study them many years ago, but it's really fun. She's saying one here. 말 한마디에 천냥빚을 갚는다. 이 속담 좋아요. Yes, I know that phrase very well because I once did a TV show where I had to reenact Korean proverbs, and that was one of them. I had to try and pay for a debt just by saying nice words. It was very embarrassing. It was like 5 years ago, but it was embarrassing. I remember that. We also have a message from 4625번님 saying, birds of a feather flock together. I like that. 유유상종. 수많은 학생들을 만나면서 점점 더 믿게 되는 말이에요. 내 주변에는 어떤 사람들이 있는지 돌아보기도 하고요. 사랑스럽고 건강한 사람들과 함께하는 나날들이 되길. That's awesome. I love that expression too. I guess when you meet students, they kind of all, they all kind of kitty, they all get together in their similar personality types. I guess you see this a lot in American movies. The jocks, the nerds, the cheerleaders, the skaters. I was going to say something different, but those kind of people. Yeah, I like that expression a lot too. We have Jenny Nim as well. Welcome to the show. Saying out of sight, out of mind, 슬퍼요. And also saying it's raining in New Zealand. Oh no. Rain always kind of brings the mood down. But I hope this show will help you feel up, up, up. Thank you for messaging in. Nonetheless, it's good to see you. All right. I was about to move on. I'm going to remind you of the question of the day that you can message in at any time. What is your most memorable proverb? 가장 기억에 남는 속담은 무엇인가요? Send it to me to #9050 샵9050 Kakao Talk message or YouTube live chat. Don't go anywhere because Michael is in the building. It's now time for Close Up with Michael. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I've been better. Emotionally, I'm fine. Just, a bit of a cold.
I see.
I'm got lots of, I don't want to be too graphic, TMI on radio, but I keep getting stuff in my throat. When you have a cold and it's not the most pleasant. So it's difficult when you're a radio host and your whole life revolves around your voice and then your voice goes.
Yeah, and there's something about when something gets stuck down there in the middle of a sentence.
It's the worst.
Yeah, you really have to battle your way through it and just hope. And actually, it's really a coincidence that you're talking about these proverbs today because my son brought home like a 속담 천재 book this week.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun to look through and learn them. My favorite so far is 닭머리가 영꼬리보다 낫다, which is it's better to be a chicken head than the tail of a dragon.
Yeah.
Meaning it's better to be in charge of something small than to be just like some minion in a larger organization or group.
That's such a fun proverb for such quite a meaningful sentence.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think the English one, we would usually say something like it's better to rule in hell than to serve in heaven. There's that one too, right?
Yeah. So basically, being the leader is the best thing, not just being a follower.
Yeah.
Even if you're the leader of something small.
Or something bad.
I think they're saying I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big pond.
Yeah.
So that's good. You can do some learning too.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I don't think the grammar really comes through all the time, but it's really fun to get some culture from those. And in Close Up today, I have this phenomenon for you where sometimes because of the release schedules, one actor will be in a couple of big movies at the movie theater at the same time. Mm-hmm. And so Dwayne Johnson, we talked about Dwayne Johnson, 2 weeks ago. And Dwayne Johnson kind of had this thing going where he had Red 1, but he also had Moana 2, and you could kind of see either one. You go into one room, and he's saving Santa Claus. You go into the other room, and he's the voice of Maui. And we have an actor who's going to kind of have that going on for him in Korea, and that is Bill Skarsgård.
Pennywise?
Yeah, Pennywise.
Is he a big thing? Is he quite loved in Korea?
No. I just mean that he's going to be in 2 movies that are released almost at the same time. And it's just this weird coincidence because...
There you go. There's the face of Bill. He's a very good-looking dude, but the moment he does the thing with his eyes, when he does the eye thing, it's creepy.
Yeah, he can do this thing where he relaxes his eyes, and it's almost like he becomes like wall-eyed, and like one of his eyes wanders to the side, and that's a Pennywise the Clown thing. And so actually you're going right into the first thing that I wanted to talk about, which is just that he made it big in 2017 as Pennywise the Clown from the movie It. There's also It Chapter 2 that came out 2 years after that. It's not the only thing he's done, and he actually comes from a family of acting, and his father was Stellan Skarsgård. You might know him from Good Will Hunting. He was Matt Damon's professor, who was kind of encouraging him to, study math and become big in that. Sort of as the opposing figure to Robin Williams, who was kind of encouraging him more to sort of look into his psychology and follow his, romantic relationship instead. So yeah, that's his father, kind of a legend in acting. They're all from Sweden. This is a Swedish family. His older brother, Alexander, is also an actor. You may have seen him in Succession. There's a TV series. He came on in the later season. He's not one of the main family members, and also some films as well. But as far as Bill Skarsgård, he made it big, as we said, with Pennywise. It's the eyes. It's also he does this thing with the smile.
Yeah, it kind of curls up. Tiny, like the teeth show,
and then he makes the middle of his lower lip go straight down, and so it becomes And you can see him do this if you look up a clip of Bill Skarsgård Pennywise smile. Then you can see him do this without the makeup on.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people think that it's mostly CGI that's happening because there is a lot of CGI with Pennywise in those 2 movies. However, when he makes the face with no makeup on whatsoever, it really looks like Pennywise still, and you realize that it's actually him doing all those faces. And also, if you are a fan of him as Pennywise, he is going to be in a TV series about we talked about the origin story of villains with Wicked.
Yeah.
They're doing an origin story of Pennywise.
Did Stephen King write about that, or is this a new story?
No, he hasn't done anything beyond the book It, which is actually so long. Like if you ever pick up the book It, it's like 1,000 pages. But it doesn't go into a lot of the origin. So we're developing that, though. It's called It, Welcome to Derry. And it looks like it's going to be 9 episodes, and it's going to be released in 2025 on streaming.
That's going to be cool. Let me guess. Pennywise was a bullied kid. Went to a fun fair one day, and a clown attacked him.
You're just going to copy paste Wicked, like right on there.
Yeah.
He's not green, but something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
No, I think you get some of this in It Chapter 2. I think he's maybe a extraterrestrial being of some kind.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed number 2.
Yeah,
it was
it's
quite long,
fun,
but it was good.
But I think it'll be kind of maybe the first hauntings that it's like the first group of children that he haunts, and then sort of how he comes out from once he arrives on Earth, I think, is more.
These days, origin stories are just blowing up in TV show form. If this is coming out, the new Dexter Original Sin is coming out.
Yeah.
Like everyone's doing an origin story.
Oh.
I hope it's good.
Yeah, it's really, it looks sometimes like maybe we didn't need it all the time. You say this and it looks like a money grab sometimes, but then you're pleasantly surprised, I think, in different times. I think, like for Dexter, for example, we got a lot of his history in the show. There was constant flashbacks.
And he was wearing a wig half the time.
Yeah.
So I wish they did that in the new one instead of the new actor.
Just bring him back. Now he's like 45 years old and he's supposed to be 20.
We've got Soinim saying Bill Skarsgård is also in Mamma Mia and Dune.
Yeah, that's perfect right there. And actually, Dune is a great shout out here because I do feel like that some actors, they get something like Pennywise and then they say, I'm going to do the opposite of Pennywise for my next project because I don't want to be typecast as like the villain,
right.
or I'm always going to be in the dark movie.
Right.
And Bill Skarsgård, he has embraced his dark side. And the things that are going to be in the theater, because I said that he's going to be in theaters here in Korea twice in the coming month. The first one that I want to talk about is actually going to be released next year, January 15th. Mm-hmm. And I'm so excited about this. It is the remake of Nosferatu.
Oh, is that? I've seen reviews I haven't seen the reviews, but they've started to surface. I take it it's already been released in America?
No, it's going to be a Christmas release, which is so funny.
Okay.
It's like this really haunting vampire story on Christmas Day with a release. It just really shows you how much people love horror movies now that they would actually be brazen enough to release it on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so this is, if you're not familiar, the original Nosferatu is a legendary silent film from 1922. It's a German film showing German Expressionism. German Expressionism is like trying to show the emotions of the characters through the set design and the lighting.
Okay.
And also the kind of actions of the actors. They usually are overacting. And so you'll notice it's kind of almost theatrical because in a theater you need to really show your emotion a lot so the people in the back row can still see how you're feeling when the camera is not close to you. But so anyway, it has that, and it has this a very, very contrasted lighting style. So something will be very light, and then the other part will be very dark. And there are things that are very sharply kind of contrasted, but also the shapes are very geometrical. It's very interesting. But anyway, so this one, it's a legendary film from 1922. Any film class will show you this for sure. And it's based on Dracula. Just Bram Stoker's Dracula, but it kind of condenses the story because they felt like, we don't have enough time to do all of these going across the ocean this way, back across the ocean that way. So it just becomes the kind of Dracula figure is obsessed with one woman.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of really condense it down to like 3 characters.
I've never been the biggest vampire fan. I think because I grew up as a teenager in the age of Twilight. And all of the girls were going to see it, and I was like, Twilight, vampires, so boring. Yeah. It's just good-looking dudes with pale skin, you know? And I think that turned me off of vampires, because I really didn't like those movies. And I think that kind of stigmatism has stuck with me. So if I see a movie about vampires, I know Dracula is the original vampire, so maybe I should give that a chance.
Yeah, this one is, if you're ever going to give something a chance, this Nosferatu is the one to give a chance because, it's going to be really, really well made, and I can't wait for it. Robert Eggers is the writer-director, so it's like The Witch, the Anya Taylor-Joy kind of breakout role that she had. The Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, a kind of psychedelic, strange, almost mythical horror tale in black and white. And so Nosferatu is like Robert Eggers' perfect movie to make. He actually, when he was directing theater when he was younger in university, he had this idea to make a silent film, but do it on the stage. And so he made all the set was black and white. Yeah. And then he did the makeup of all the characters. He made the hair very, very black and then white on the face. Oh. So it looked like they were in a black and white movie on the stage.
No speech or no music either?
And yeah, so only kind of, I think it was atmospheric. So they had like maybe somebody playing a piano there.
So like a Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah. And then no speech from the actors. And then they would drop down like intertitles for what they were saying.
Interesting.
Like, yeah. So anyway, so he's been working on Nosferatu for almost his entire life, those ideas banging around in his head. And then Bill Skarsgård is going to be the vampire.
Okay, I think they couldn't have picked a better person for it. Yeah. But he's also in another, I guess, a remake.
Yeah. So the other one that we're going to get here is The Crow. And so The Crow, if this is another one that's kind of legendary, it's going to be a remake. The original was from 1994.
I've never seen it, but I've seen the posters all the time with the pins in the head and the cut, grid lines. And I always thought, I want to watch it, but I just never got around to it.
Wait, is this Hellraiser? Are you talking about Hellraiser?
Isn't that the same thing?
No. The Crow is like it's Jason Lee, kind of long hair, and then literally crows.
Okay. I'm thinking about Hellraiser. I don't know why I associated that with The Crow. I haven't seen either of them then.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about this remake of The Crow.
Okay, so the original, it's kind of more famous for what happened during the shooting, and shooting is an appropriate word here because Jason Lee is Bruce Lee's son. He was a star of The Crow. It's a dark action movie about a man who gets killed along with his girlfriend, and then in this universe, a crow takes your soul to the afterlife. What happened was that he died so badly and with so much anger that you can travel back to the world, get your revenge, and then the crow will take you to the afterlife, and you can be with your love, with your girlfriend. But you have to get revenge first, successfully within a time limit.
Yeah.
And so when the crow brings you back, you're basically superhuman. You have like superhero powers. People shoot you, you heal.
For your revenge.
Yeah, for your revenge. And I think the only weakness that you have is that if they capture your crow, because the crow comes with you.
Okay.
So if they grab your crow and they do something to your crow, it like actually hurts you. But otherwise,
That's
you're
the kryptonite.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so during the shooting of this movie in 1994 that was released in 1994, Jason Lee actually got shot with something that came out of a prop gun and was fatally wounded. He died.
So reminiscent of the recent Baldwin incident on
Rust. Yeah, with the cinematographer who unfortunately passed as well. But yeah, it's something that happens in the making of movies with these blanks in the guns. Sometimes there's live rounds, and sometimes the blanks are malfunctioning. This kind of thing. So that happened to Jason Lee, and so people kind of know that as like a trivia thing. That what's the movie where Jason Lee was killed during the shooting? And it's like The Crow is the answer. But now Bill Skarsgård is going to come in, and he is in the new one. This movie is in theaters right now. And I'll give you a little warning that the reviews have been very bad.
I've heard that reviews have been bad for this.
Yeah, and I think it's a kind of action movie where it's the violence is a darker side of violence, right? So it's like I don't know, it's kind of like maybe ajashi where you're getting kind of a lot of knife work and this kind of thing. So don't go into it thinking this is going to be like a shoot 'em up kind of bamjae-doshi type situation. It's more like a horror action hybrid and very violent. But I think if you're a fan of that kind of action, I think you'll enjoy yourself. People are just giving it bad reviews because they're saying, what was the reason to remake?
That's the issue with a lot of things. I recently saw the movie Speak No Evil with James McAvoy, and that's based on a Dutch movie that didn't come out too long ago, and people are slating the remake. I thought it was entertaining, but I haven't seen the Dutch version, but people are saying they changed the ending and there was no need for a Hollywood remake. They just Hollywoodized it. And they say it's unnecessary, and I guess they're saying the same thing about this.
Yeah, I mean, they do that. They want to make it English language. They did it with Old Boy, Spike Lee.
I was going to say, Old Boy, I'm never going to watch that, because the original is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Why remake it?
Yeah, and you really can't, and it's something, it's so Korean.
I know.
Like the movie is so Korean.
The culture.
And then you kind of like take these things, you uproot them from where they come from, and it would be like making pamyo, but in another culture. It doesn't make sense anymore. This is related to Korean history and tradition.
Yeah.
It could be that as well. But this one I think is just they didn't do anything new, and it was just kind of like the vision was more like they wanted to change the visuals of it.
Okay, update it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Bill Skarsgård is starring in it. So I think the interesting thing about all these that we've talked about, I'm very excited about Nosferatu. I think you should put that on the calendar. For January.
Okay.
But I don't think he's had anything where he's had to really act.
Does he play the guy or the crow? Just flying between scenes.
Yeah, just like minimize him on somebody's shoulder. Like right here, he's wearing feathers on him.
I'm sure he'd be good at that as well. Well, this is definitely one to put on your list. I hadn't even thought about going to see Nosferatu, but now that you've talked about it, I didn't know it was Bill Skarsgård as well. 소희님 saying The Crow 원작 저도 아직 못 봤는데 이번 주말에 봐야겠네요. Well, apparently it's not very good, but go into it with low expectations, and then, you never know.
Yeah,
Hopefully you'll be surprised.
I really think that if you're into that genre, you won't be disappointed. It's not a genre thing. It's if you're a fan, then go see it.
Michael, thank you so much for bringing us a bit about Bill Skarsgård, a bit of horror. Always love it. I'll see you next week.
Okay, see you then.
We're going to end the first half here, but don't go anywhere. The final song is going to be Like We Used To by A Rocket to the Moon.
I can feel her breath as she's sleeping next to me, sharing pillows and cold feet. She can feel my heart, fell asleep to its beat, under blankets and warm sheets. If only I could be in that bed again. If only you were me instead of him. Does he watch your favorite movies? Does he hold you when you cry? Does he let you tell him all your favorite parts when you've seen it a million times? Does he sing to all your music while you dance to Purple Rain? Does he do all these things like I used to? 14 months and 7 days ago. Oh, I know you know how he felt about that night. Just your skin against the window. Oh, he took it slow, and we both know it should have been me inside that car. Does he watch your favorite movies? Does he hold you when you cry? Does he let you tell him all your favorite parts when you've seen it a million times? Does he sing to all your music while you dance to Purple Rain? Does he do all these things like I used to? I know
fire.
Let's all take part in preventing fire and have warm and safe winter this year.
Tune into BEFM 부산영어방송 for an emergency broadcast.
This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산영어방송.
The time is now 1 o'clock.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check off my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. Been an angel all year, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa honey, one little thing I really need, the deed to a platinum mine, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa cutie, and fill my stocking with a duplex and checks. Sign your X on the line, Santa cutie, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing, a ring. I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry. Tonight.
What a song. You just heard Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt. Now, Eartha Kitt was a nightclub performer who earned a record deal with RCA in 1953. At the end of that year, Joan Javits, who was the niece of US Senator Jacob Javits, wrote Santa Baby for Kitt with Philip Springer. And it became a holiday hit and Kitt's most famous song. Javits came up with the lyric, Santa Baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. And Springer quickly came up with the music. A great intro. I do love that Christmas song. And I hope you enjoyed it too. There's going to be a lot more Christmassy music coming your way over the course of this month. You're live in the studio in Busan this Thursday afternoon. Welcome back, everybody, to Midday Mate, the second half. You're listening to us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Cheongwan and Noksan areas. I'm your host, Nick. We were just talking about movies, particularly about the actor Bill Skarsgård with Michael, talking about remakes. And on that note, we talked about the Dexter remake. I am also a huge fan of the TV show Dexter, and so is Soinim on YouTube Live. She was worried, as am I. She says, 덱스터 실망할 것 같은데요. 봐야 할까요? 제 인생 드라마가 덱스터라서 새로 제작된 오리지널 씬 별로일까 봐 걱정이 되네요. 저도 걱정 엄청 됩니다. But Michael C. Hall, who is the original actor, he's doing the voiceover. So at least he's doing the the flashback, the voices in Dexter's head. He's still doing that. So I'm kind of thankful for that. Well, I'm going to let you know, everybody, what's coming up in hour number 2. Also, hello to SHKNIM and Busan Ajenim joining in on YouTube Live. Hope you're having a wonderful day. In hour number 2, we have today's quote, introducing encouraging quotes from famous people. Bite-sized banter after that, daily fun conversations with a theme, and then Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And then to round off the show, Timeless Earworms, where we introduce English songs that are just unforgettable. And of course, I'll be checking your messages throughout the show. The question of the day today is, what is the most memorable proverb for you? 가장 기억에 남는 속담은 무엇인가요? 가 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문입니다. We've got some messages coming in. We had SHK님 saying, 세상에 공짜 없다. By the way, is it 속담? 이라고 하셨어요. Yeah, I think it's a proverb. Nothing in life is free. It's a very basic proverb, but still, it's a type of proverb. A lot of people say that. Nothing in this world is free, or nothing in life is free. 소희님 also saying, 사두용미. 사자성어인가 보네요. saying, 용의 꼬리보다 뱀의 머리가 낫다는 말로 큰 집단의 2인자보다는 작은 집단의 우두머리가 되는 것이 더 낫다는 뜻이에요. So I guess it's very similar to what Michael was talking about with better to be the head of a chicken than the tail of a lizard, right? It's better to be the leader of something small than to be the minion of something big. I guess both would have their benefits, depending on what you want out of life, right? Any more? Send them to me. I want to hear what you like. I want to hear what proverbs really speak to your soul. You can send your answers to pound 9050, sharp 9050, which will cost you 101. A Kakao Talk message, just search for BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us and send us messages for free. You can also download the smartphone app, or even better, go onto YouTube, type in BEFM, and then click on us. Click on Midday Mate. See me in the studio and talk with all of the mates. We have Neil Nim messaging in saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. 곁에 없으면 애틋해진다. I totally agree. That is the opposite to out of sight, out of mind. You know, the reason a lot of long-distance relationships might fail is because of out of sight, out of mind, right? But maybe the ones that don't fail, the ones that succeed, is because they follow the proverb, absence makes the heart grow fonder. And I hope that's the one. That's a much nicer one, for sure. All right, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick song break and we'll be back with today's quote. This is I'll Still Be There by the Razor Cuts.
When
We just listened to I'll Still Be There by the Razor Cuts. It's now time for today's quote. But before that, let's read a couple of messages. We had 만학도 영어님 on YouTube saying 집안일 끝 수업 가기 전에 마지막으로 들어왔어요. 제가 좋아하는 속담은요. 입에 쓴 약이 몸에 좋다. 여기 계신 모든 분들 남은 하루 행복하게 보내세요. I love that quote, that proverb as well. Bitter medicine is the best for you, right? Yeah, I totally agree. Usually, especially when you eat 한약, like 고삼, things like that, 인삼, doesn't taste very good, but it's pretty good for your body. I like that. And it has a lot of, metaphorical meaning as well. Almost like no pain, no gain, right? You got to have a bit of pain, a bit of gross medicine to become better, to feel better, or to do better in many ways. We have Drift Monkey Nim saying, I'm a minion in a huge company, but I'm on an awesome hourly rate and I hide in the corner of the shop and work away while playing with our mates in the chat. Hey, that's totally fine. I'm not really the biggest leader kind of guy either. I'm happy, as long as the pay is good, to do what you do. If I'm treated right, there's nothing wrong with being a quote-unquote minion. I suppose that's not the best word for it. But yeah, I'm glad that you're happy with it. And it's even better that you get the opportunity to hang out with us. So I'm grateful for that. We have Che Yun-jung-nim joining us. 오랜만이에요. Good to see you, Yun-jung-nim. I hope you're doing well these days. Saying, Nick, hi. Thank you for joining. And I hope you enjoy the show. SHK-nim saying, 좋은 속담이 정말 많군요. There's so many, and we haven't even scratched the surface. There you go, that's a good 속담 for you. Haven't even scratched the surface. It means there is so much more to explore and find out. As we're about to. With today's quotes, this is where we introduce an encouraging quote from famous people. And today is a quote by Henry David Thoreau. And this is the quote. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. 바라보는 것이 중요한 것이 아니라 살펴보는 것이 중요합니다. Henry David Thoreau was a renowned American philosopher, writer, and naturalist, and once said, "It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see." This profound statement encapsulates the essence of Thoreau's philosophy and his belief in the importance of perception and perspective in shaping our understanding of the world around us. Thoreau was a keen observer of nature and human society, and he believed that true wisdom and insight could only be gained through careful observation and contemplation. In his famous work, Walden, Thoreau reflects on his experience living in a small cabin by Walden Pond, where he sought to live a simple and deliberate life in harmony with nature. Through his observations of the natural world, Thoreau discovered profound truths about the interconnectedness of all living beings and the beauty and complexity of the natural world. Now, Thoreau's words remind us that our perception of the world is shaped by our own experiences, beliefs, and biases. What we see is not always a true reflection of reality, but rather a filtered and subjective interpretation of the world around us. So, by cultivating a deeper awareness and understanding of our own perceptions, we can gain a more nuanced and insightful view of the world and our place within it. And I agree with that. We can look at things and judge it immediately, right? But really, you have to look at something or someone closer, get to know them, not just looking at them, but seeing them. Now, look and see. They mean the same thing, right? Sometimes. Looking, seeing. But the word seeing has a bit of a deeper meaning. Looking at something is 그냥 간단히 보는 거죠. I'm just looking at it. But seeing something is like 그 물건의 뜻을 보는 거죠. You're kind of looking at the meaning, you're kind of understanding, 이해하는 거죠. So there's a bit of a deeper meaning behind see compared to look. And that was today's quote. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. That was by Henry David Thoreau. 바라보는 것이 중요한 것이 아니라 살펴보는 것이 중요합니다. Drift Monkeynim saying it's like listening versus hearing. That's very good. I think that's exactly the same analogy. So listening and hearing, both of them are 듣다, right? But listening is just you're hearing the sound. 그 소리만 듣고 있다. But hearing is someone who's saying something. You're understanding their words. So that's a great one. Soinim saying, today's quote 멋지네요. It is. It's a really good quote. And lots of people saying they really like it. So I'm glad. All right, we're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with bite-sized banter. This is Do You Realize by the Flaming Lips.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You realize the sun doesn't go down. It's just an illusion caused by the world spinning round. Do you realize that you have the most beautiful face? Do you realize?
Welcome back to Midday Mate. It is time for our Thursday episode of Bite-Sized Banter. And for that, we have Kimberly in the house. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, good, good. It's Thursday.
Thursday, edging ever so closer to Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was expecting a bit more horn. Woo! Yeah, for sure. So what are we talking about on this Thursday?
Today's question is, what's something you wish you did more of?
What's something you wish you did more of? 더 자주 하고 싶은 일은 무엇인가요? I guess right now or in the past?
Right now.
Right now. Oh.
Something that you don't do as often as you would like to do.
Oh. I guess most people would say just relax, do nothing.
Just be a couch potato.
Like, I love my work and what I do. But if we lived in a utopian society where work wasn't an issue and every need was just given to us, I'm sure it would be boring, but that would be nice, right? Then I could stop thinking about work and things.
You sound like you need a vacation.
Yeah, I think I do. Well, you go first. What would you want to do more of?
Have 3.
Okay.
So the first one is to meet up with friends. I think as we grow older, we kind of say no news is good news.
Yes.
Which I really don't like, because I used to be that person. If I'm just like walking on the street and I'm bored, and I would just call my friend and be like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Like, what's going on these days?
Yeah.
But right now in my 30s, I feel like if I call someone, I feel like I should have like a specific goal or a reason to call a friend.
Not just for a chit chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
not for just some banter like we do.
Is it like a girl thing? Because even when I was a kid, I would never call my friend.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, hey, Peter, let's chat. You're like, bro, what are you talking about?
Really? I call my guy friends too. We're like on the phone for at least 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
I can never imagine. I mean, I'm sure, everyone's different, but at least me and my friends, I could never do it. It'd be too cringy.
So no news is good news for you guys?
무소식은 희소식이죠.
Oh.
Yeah. But if there's a issue or we meet to hang out, like I could just hang out with my friends and talk, aimlessly then. But
right.
On the phone, that's reserved for loved ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why growing up I don't do that anymore. But a long time ago I used to.
Okay.
So meet up with friends or call friends. The second one's kind of silly. It's just to take some bubble baths.
I haven't had a bubble bath in like a decade, I think.
I think it's been longer for me too.
Really? Yeah.
Because with how the apartments are set up in Korea, not all apartments have a tub.
Right.
And unfortunately, my apartment doesn't. So I haven't had a bubble bath in forever.
You can get one to go into your 욕실. I guess, to the standalone ones. I have a tub, but it's quite small. Like the tub's back in, well, every house is different, I'm sure. But this one is like baggy. It's built into my bathroom.
I see.
But it's small, so even if I sit in it, I have to like bend my legs. 그 정도로.
So you're just like crouching in the bathtub?
And I get restless after about 10 minutes. So
really?
I'm like, so I like a shower because it's just like pelting you with water, bang, 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 get it done, get out. But I do appreciate a shower and I appreciate going to the sauna. Oh, you can go to the sauna.
That's true. But I want to be by myself.
True.
With bubbles. Saunas don't have bubbles.
They have the air blower, but not the foam bubbles.
Yeah, I want the foam bubbles and, make a beard and pretend I'm Santa and stuff like that.
That's fun. I have memories growing up as a kid, with your siblings in the bathtub. Good memories. What's your plan then? Are you going to try and get a bathtub?
Hopefully when we move, the next house will have a tub and then I will make it a weekly thing.
Okay.
Last time, actually, I said that I've hadn't had a bubble bath in a long time, but I do remember one Christmas, long time ago, I did go to a hotel and I did give myself a bubble bath.
Hey, hotels, there you go. Do a bit of hokkangse.
Yes.
And
vacation.
That's a good way to enjoy a bubble bath. An expensive way, but
expensive way.
A good way. I guess I would, you said you had one more.
Oh, the last one is to just read the news.
Read the news.
I want not on my phone. I want an actual newspaper and, and flip through it.
My wife orders the newspaper every day. She has a subscription. She reads one of the Timeses and the Busan news.
Ooh.
She just likes reading it. And now we have a huge stack of newspapers at home dated for the past 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should do some scrapbooking.
Yeah. I'll suggest that to her for sure. She enjoys the news, so I think you would.
Maybe I should do a subscription.
Yeah, it's really reasonably priced.
That's good.
I guess I would like to read because I feel like I know it's an excuse, but I feel like I don't have the time just to read. I like the idea of reading. I like the concept of sitting down in a comfortable place, reading a novel, getting involved in that story, feeling the emotions, feeling like you've lived a second life, and then finishing the book and then being sad. I remember those days when I did used to read, but now becoming more of an adult, a working adult, I feel like I don't have that luxury of time anymore. Yeah, so... Yeah.
You should try in the morning. Set apart just like 30 minutes a day. Wake up maybe 30 minutes earlier and then you can be able to read your books.
Maybe. I'll think about it. Yeah.
That means no.
Listeners, what's something that you wish you could do more of? Maybe it's a time restriction. Maybe it's a financial restriction. Whatever it is, let us know. And Kimberly, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. I guess time is the issue when it comes to doing the things you want. If we had 25 hours in a day, that would be so much more helpful. Another hour to read a book, to spend time with loved ones. There you go. So listeners, what do you wish you could do more of? Benny Nim says, for me, I did more of doing workouts because I love to take a break. I'm taking some rest and even meet some friends too. Yeah, just the nice, simple things like that. Resting, meeting friends. Something that a lot of people, especially when you become an adult and you have to earn a living, you just don't have time for anything these days. And especially if you have a family, you don't have as much free time, I would assume. You know, if you have kids, you have to dedicate all your time to your family, which I'm sure can be tough. Soinim saying, Nick, 키가 커서 그런가 봐요. Talking about the bathtub. Yeah, the bathtub. I don't think it's just me. I think my bathtub is quite small. I think it was made for children. But one day I'll get a house with a nice bathtub. Drift Monkeynim saying, I wish I did more Pilates because my gosh dang lower back. Yeah, you know what? I have a bad lower back too. And what I do at the gym, I don't do Pilates. Really, like, 유전적으로, like, genetically, I have a really bad back. So what I do is I get on that machine. I'm doing a thing with my arm. If you're looking on YouTube, you can see it. But you stand like this, and then you kind of do like 세배인사, right? You just do that up and down like 20, 30 times, sets of 3 or 4, slowly. And I tell you, it's like a miracle. So after I've done like weighted workouts, I'll do the 세배인사, and I guess for the next 3 or 4 days, my back just feels great. It feels strong. And then I just repeat that every couple of days or so. And honestly, it's done wonders for my back. So if you go to the gym anyway, just incorporate that into your routine. It's amazing. I'll vouch for it. Now, a bit earlier, we were talking about the difference between seeing versus looking, with seeing being having a much deeper meaning. And we had some messages coming in. We had Michael Kimnim, welcome to the show, my friend, saying, 영화 아바타에도 주인공이 서로에게 I see you 이러더라고요. 누군가를 이해하는 심정으로 본다 할 땐 see를 쓰는 게 맞는 것 같아요 라고 하셨어요. Yeah, that's a great example. Like, in Avatar, they look at each other and say, I see you, which means I acknowledge your existence. I see you as a person. If they looked at each other and said, I'm looking at you, so 너를 쳐다보고 있다라는 뜻이에요. It would have a totally different meaning and it would be very strange. So yeah, I see you. It's definitely better. SHKnim also saying, haven't even scratched the surface. I really like this expression. The expression is so poetic. 이라고 하셨어요. Yeah, it's a good one. Haven't even scratched the surface. You scratch the surface이라는 말은 뭐 수박겉 핥기죠. You're kind of just licking the edge of the watermelon, which I kind of talked about earlier. But you haven't even, that's all we've done. There's so much more to discover. 시작도 안 했어. There's so many more things that we have to do and discover. So I like the expression as well. We haven't even scratched the surface. 부산아즈님 saying, 니 키가 어찌 되십니까? 6'2", which is 186. 187 if I gel my hair up. But I think just when I get measured for the 검증검사, 186. Yeah. But, I feel very small at BEFM because we have a lot of tall people here, like Davis Kim. He's like 300 meters tall, 300 centimeters tall. Musa used to be here. He's like super tall. Michael Garrett from Close Up, he's tall. So I honestly don't feel very tall when I'm in this building. Yeah. All right. What we do? I forgot where we are. Okay, we're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with Don't Make a Scene. This is Electric Youth by Debbie Gibson.
Coming onto the road, the future only
That was Electric Youth by Debbie Gibson, welcoming you back to Midday Mate. It is 1:36 in the afternoon. We just came from our bite-sized banter segment talking about things that we wish did more of. Wait, does that make sense? Things that we wish we did more of. I guess listening to Midday Mate should definitely be on that schedule. But I know a lot of you listen a lot, so that's awesome. I don't think you could do any more of that. I'm appreciative. It's now time for Don't Make a Scene, and this is where we do make a scene by taking a movie or TV show, we listen to a clip of it, and then we break it up into 5 days, learning one expression each day. This week, we've been going over Love Actually, a Christmas movie about many different love stories. It's a very fun movie. It's light-hearted, but also quite adult, so if you're into that kind of thing, I recommend it's worth a watch. It's a feel-good movie, right? Once you've watched it, you kind of 가슴이 뭉클어져요. It feels really nice, especially by the end, where everything kind of comes together. Now, the scene we're going over today is where Alan Rickman, who also plays Professor Snape in the Harry Potter series, wants to buy a necklace for a woman, not his wife. Bad boy. But he goes to the department store and he's talking to Rowan Atkinson, who is the store clerk, and he's taking his time. He's being very slow. Alan Rickman wants to buy this necklace quickly because his wife is also in the department store. So he's saying things like, can we hurry up? Can we be quite quick? And Rowan Atkinson is taking his sweet time. We learn the expressions, looking for anything in particular, sir? Would you like it gift wrapped? And lovely. So, let's listen to the clip.
Looking for anything in particular, sir?
Yes, that necklace there, how much is it?
It's £270.
All right, I'll have it.
Lovely. Would you like it gift wrapped?
Yes, all right.
Lovely. Let me just pop it in the box. There.
Look, could we be quite quick?
Certainly, sir. Ready in the flashiest of flashes. There.
That's great.
Not quite finished.
Look, actually, I don't need a bag. I'll just put it in my pocket.
No, this isn't a bag, sir.
Really?
This is so much more than a bag.
Did you hear the lovelies? Lots of lovelies, used in the correct British way. So today the expression we're going over is pop it in the bag, or box. I messed it up. Let me just pop it in the box. Let me just pop it in the box. Now, pop it in somewhere, the box in this case, is an expression used a lot in England. It means to quickly or casually put something inside of a place. It's a very light expression. You know, you just kind of think quick, light, just pop it in the box. pop it in the box이라는 말은요, 영국 영어에서 자주 쓰이는 표현으로 어떤 것을 상자나 어디에 가볍고 빠르게 넣는다는 뜻입니다. 원래 이 표현은 행동에 좀 여유로운 뉘앙스를 더합니다. And in England we say pop a lot, P-O-P. Like we can say let me just pop to the shop. 저기 잠깐 이 가게에 갈게요. 들을게요. I'm just going to pop to the shop. I'm just going to pop to the post office. It just means go quickly. And in this case, let me just pop it in the box. Let me just quickly put it in the box. A very light-hearted feel. So, for examples, you can say, I'll pop the letter in the mail for you on my way home. 집에 가는 길에 편지를 붙여줄게. I'll just pop the letter in the mail for you. Or you could say, maybe if you're at home and, I don't know, maybe you've got a lot of kimchi outside of the fridge, you can say, oh, could you pop this in the fridge for me, please? 이거 냉장고에 좀 넣어줄래? Could you pop this in the fridge for me? She could also say, the girl popped the keys in her bag before leaving. 그 여자가 떠나기 전에 열쇠를 가방에 넣었어. Or, just pop it in the drawer. I'll sort it out later. 그냥 서랍에 넣어둬. 내가 나중에 정리할게. Let me just pop it in the drawer. So it's a very common expression. I don't hear a lot of people from the US saying it. I'm wondering, to our New Zealand listeners, Do you say this in New Zealand as well? Because I know it's closer to British English than it is to American English. My wife, who's American, never says these words. And every time I say these, she laughs at me. So there you go. Let's listen to that sentence one more time.
Let me just pop it in the box.
Anytime Rowan Atkinson says something, he just says it in such a charismatic way. Let me just pop it in the box. Now is today's Love Actually Don't Make a Scene expression. I think you can use this all the time, and especially if you're talking to an English person, I would recommend using it. Drift Monkey님 saying 당연하지. Okay, so I guess you do also say pop it in a Kiwi kind of way, in a different accent. All right, stay tuned until tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to have the final episode of Don't Make a Scene going over Love Actually. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be right back. This is You're Beautiful by James Blunt.
My life is brilliant. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. She smiled at me on the subway. She was with another man, but I won't lose no sleep on that, 'cause I've got a plan. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. Yes, she caught my eye as we walked on by. She could see from my face that I was flying high, and I don't think that I'll see her again, but we shared a moment that will last till the end. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. La-la-la-la. 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 You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. There must be an angel with a smile on her face when she thought up that I should be with you. But it's time to face the truth. I will never be with you.
Welcome back, everybody. We just listened to You're Beautiful by James Blunt, and it is now time for Timeless Earworms. This is where we introduce unforgettable classic songs. And today, we've got a song by Norah Jones. The song is Don't Know Why. Now, Don't Know Why was Norah Jones's first single and the song that launched her to stardom, but she didn't write it. It was written in 1999 by a New York City-based songwriter-guitarist named Jesse Harris. A few weeks after he wrote it, he recorded it with a violinist and released it under the name Jesse Harris and the Ferdinandos. That's difficult to say. And he sold the album on his website. Harris had met Jones a year earlier when he traveled to Texas with a group of other musicians to put on a clinic at the University of North Texas, where Jones was a student. They stayed in touch, and, at his urging, she moved to New York City to pursue music in 1999. After Jones came to New York City, she started performing this song with Jesse Harris, who thought it was a good fit for a female voice. Jones changed the key to fit her voice, added a drum beat, and then recorded a demo of the song with Harris in October of 2000. That demo got the attention of the jazz label Blue Note, which signed Jones and sent her to the studio to record with a group of session musicians. The results were too convoluted, so Jones was assigned to a different producer, Arif Mardin, who had worked with many famous artists, including Aretha Franklin. He was brought in to capture Jones's distinctive sound, which he did by keeping the original demo take and adding some guitar and vocal harmony, making Jones harmonize with herself. Now, many have enjoyed a latte at a coffee shop or filled in a crossword puzzle while this song plays as a mellow backdrop. But the lyrics are anything but soothing. The singer is left catching teardrops in her hand when her lover is a no-show. So this is the song for today's Timeless Earworms, Don't Know Why, by Norah Jones.
Don't know why I didn't come. I left you by the house of fun. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. When I saw the break of day, I wish that I could fly away instead of kneeling in the sand, catching teardrops in my hand. My heart is drenched in wine, but you'll be on my mind forever. Out across the endless sea, I would die in ecstasy, but I'll be a bag of bones, driving down the road alone. My heart is drenched in wine, but you'll be on my mind forever. Something has to make you run. I don't know why I didn't come. I feel as empty as a drum. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come.
What a tune. That was Don't Know Why by Norah Jones, our song for Timeless Earworms, a classic song. And I know what they mean about you could be sitting somewhere and this song will come out maybe in a cafe, and it usually suits the atmosphere so well that it almost feels like a dream. A fantastic song by Norah Jones. Lots of fans as well, apparently. Jenny-님 saying, 비 오는 날에도 듣기 좋네요. Yeah, it's raining over in New Zealand where Jenny is. I hope that it's not too depressing and that you're staying safe and dry, but I'm glad that this song matches the rainy vibe really well. 소희님 saying, 겨울에 듣기 좋은 목소리. Yeah, Norah Jones, she has her voice is one of a kind, for sure. SHK-nim saying, I like Norah Jones' songs. She's got loads of great songs. I really like her song Black as well. It's a great song. It's used in a lot of TV shows too. So, Jenny-nim saying, 네, 그러네요. 뭔가 커피가 생각나는 노래. 그렇죠. I agree. Well, the time is now 1:52 in the afternoon. We've got to start wrapping things up. Tomorrow, the day has come. It's Friday already, so come join us for a Friday episode. We'll have weekend haps and timeless earworms. More great stuff to wind down the week. Our last song is going to be one of my favourite Christmas songs. It's a UK Christmas song. It was always number 2 in the charts. I remember my dad always used to tell me because his favourite song was always number 1. But this is a great song to end the show on a festive note. It's I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day by Wizards. Everybody, have a wonderful afternoon.